Hey there, it's Pete over at the Sampleist, and today we are checking out Achrome from the Fabrik series by Orchestral Tools. Orchestral Tools have now released the 4th volume of the more experimental Fabrik series, and Achrome is all about experimental avant-garde electronic sounds, and this one has been created with Berlin-based composer and sound designer Max Noth, and it connects figures, soundscapes and patterns that is reminiscent of the pioneers of electronic avant-garde composers. The library downloads at 28 gigabytes SINEarc compressed, and the samples were captured in 24-bit 48 kilohertz resolution. And there are 5 Konkret instruments and 5 Abstrakt instruments, all with multiple articulations, 2 layers per sound, which are controlled by the mod wheel, and 2 mic positions. And of course, it runs in the Orchestral Tools free sine player. At the moment, it's on introductory price of €39 plus VAT, and after the introductory price is over, it will get up to €49. In this video, we're going to take a look at the sounds that Achrome contain and have a little bit of fun with it, then throw it into a composition just to see what the composing experience is all about. This is one I'm really looking forward to, so let's jump straight in. And here we have the sine player with all 4 volumes of Fabrik, and I've been really lucky that I've managed to cover all 4 of these, and these are libraries that I use a lot because it's really up my street. I love experimental music and just sort of playing around, and I'm fascinated with sound design, so they are great libraries. And as the series progresses, you can sort of hear they're all different. So Transit, which is all about found sounds, cities in motion, amazing soundscapes, etc., and just sort of sound design. Then you got Radium, which is experimental cello, recorded in that massive, unique silo, that the space there just resonating. Sinoid, which is all about sine waves just being mutated and manipulated, and now we've got Achrome, which is electronic tonalities, and like I say, it's very experimental. So if you're just going to browse, you've got 2 sections. You've got Konkret and you've got Abstrakt, and within each of them you've got 5 instruments. So you've got planes, dots, lines, pattern and collages, and they're numbered 1 and 2, but really it's just down to you what you like to use. And there are 2 microphones. You've got close and distant as well. So if I was to load up the planes so we can get an idea of what it sounds like, and again, everything's key switchable as well. Now that's the tailpad, and as soon as I played that for the first time, I was just like, yeah, this library is certainly for me. I've got Triad. And in the intro, I said there are 2 layers per instrument, and you can see that I'm using the mod wheel to slide between these layers. So when it's at 0, then we go up, and as you bring like the mod wheel back down, you can blend the 2 together. So yeah, great. Panharmonics. That sounds stunning, and it's like a lush pad at the top. Some amazing oscillating vibrato, and then down towards the bottom it's got this like sort of staticky feel. Absolutely love that. Then X-Sign. Fantastic. Now, I'm not going to play through absolutely everything because you can see there are a lot of articulations going on. So with the dots a bit higher this time. Love it. And we'll do rainbow dots as well. So these are more shorter sounds, and then we go into lines. Let's just play work line. Yeah, so these are more sort of solid synth sounds. I love that. It's like something's powering up. Beautiful. When I say more solid, I mean sustained, obviously. I say obviously, I'm saying obviously to myself. Yeah. So, we got a few patterns. Let's play the first one, circle. I just love that electronic chatter. Ben Cushion. A bit lower down. Yeah, just really, really good fun. And then let's go into collages. So I'm just going to play Magnet. So, a bit more melodic with this outrageous and wonderful electronic reverberated sound. So, Konkret, and if you're into music, Konkret, for example, perfect. There we go. It does remind me of my university days. We studied a lot of experimental music, electronic music. Really enjoyed it. So, yeah. And they got Abstrakt. So if I load up planes 2, so we can just sort of contrast, I guess. So herb field. That is quite bonkers. But again, for me, that's instant cinematic, like horror underscore. You just control it with the mod wheel. So, like I say, it's not just a library that is for experimental composers or sort of doing more of that 20th century minimalist music concrete thing. You can use this in modern scoring as well. That is beautiful. And then let's go to the dots. Dots 2. Let's do Delafield. At this point, I'm just holding down random keys. Love it. Let's do click zone as well. they're just lots of fun to work with. Then we've got some noise, so slightly different instrument. Let's do phono MS. Perfect for cybercrime. But it's more than just, you know, where can we use these sounds? They just sound brilliant. Love it. And they've got some more patterns, so I'm just going to play one of these wacky bits. Beautiful. Actually, that was Ben Cushion. I'll play wacky bits as well. I didn't realise I loaded the whole section. And with every key you press with the patterns especially, you get a different sound. So if I play an F, when I play an E, when I play a B, and a C. So aside from illustrating that I know the notes on my MIDI controller, I will play a G. You can hear the different sounds that are coming through, so that's great. And they've got collages. So let's just play a couple of these actually, so I'm going to load them all up. And again, I do like talking about the performance. So you can see the RAM footprint isn't very big. And I am running these off an NVMe drive. So they are loading really, really quick, but I looked at the other Fabrik instruments on a standard SSD, and again, they're really, really quick. E.g. FM. Love it. Let's go S-Beat. We'll do one more wave filled. Very, very fun. So really, I don't want to, like say, play every single sound. I just want to talk about, you know, initial thoughts about the library. Well, yeah, you either love it because these kind of sounds absolutely resonate with you and you love the experimental nature and then the sound design possibilities that go with it, or if you don't compose in this sort of style or don't feel like you could add this to cinematic music or whatever you're composing, but I absolutely believe you can put this into not just underscore and horror and crime and tension, but if you are an electronic music person, obviously different electronic styles, you could use this absolutely in there. And again, if you're into like experimental nature of music, this is perfect. So yeah, it's just a really, really cool library, and value for money. You get so much content. I know there is quite a big chunk of real estate, sort of just under 30 gigabytes, but yeah, for me, it's great. Initial impressions are I really, really enjoy the sounds and just playing through this library. Now, what we're going to do is jump into the composition where I've put together 8 Achrome tracks and just really had some fun with it. And take a listen and we'll see, talk about what it's like to compose with. What can I say about the composing experience with Achrome? In a nutshell, it is just a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed putting together this demo. And the reason being, it's an experimental library and it just encourages you to experiment and play around. Everything is out of the box at the moment, so I've not used any external effects. But for sound design, the capabilities are absolutely massive. If we look at the MIDI information, you can see that I'm using the mod wheel on every patch, and that is really, really important. And I've decided to go for a combination of planes, dots, collages, patterns from each side of the library as well. So if I just start off, we have pan harmonics, and I love just building textures. So on their own, very sort of staticky electric sound, but when I combine it with delay fields and robo dots, it just sounds great. And we've got some mod wheel going on there. So great example is the plain dots. We have pan harmonics. And then it really opens up. Into a lush pad, just using some modulation on CC1. And I'm doing that all the way through. Ghost is a great sound. And then you can see the modulation can just follow the curve, really, as it goes through. It's going to play that. Yeah, it's just full of movement. So adding all that together. I did add a dot to pulse, but then we go straight into the low pass groove. Whoops, I love that Cubase jumpy control bar error. Sorry, transport bar. Low pass groove. And again, just swelling the mod wheel in and out. And just to decide to keep some of the same sounds, we've got Ghost going on there again. But then I added glass as well. So a bit of fun with the Ghost sound. So again, all this together just sounds really, really fun. And it certainly adds an intensity to whatever scoring you're doing. And then we have the step up at the end. So that's some great sort of modulating sounds. And if we just play that together. And that takes us to our final section. So we've got the pulses kind of sweeping in and out with delay fields again, and then Ghost, our friendly Ghost, comes back. And then the pan harmonics sweeping in. Yeah, so really simple composition, and I don't need to go into the MIDI too much. It's just playing through. Loosely, it's based around a B minor, but it's not really. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Yeah, you get the idea. It's very atonal, and again, that's what I love about it. It's kind of like a collection of sounds. Now, we always talk about who are these libraries for, and for me, I could easily use elements of this library within different styles. So tension, if I was doing horror, psychological, it would work really well. But then there are times I've had to compose sort of minimal albums or sort of 20th century avant-garde, that kind of thing. And again, this is perfect because obviously the library is all about avant-garde electronic pioneers, and yeah, it just really sort of fulfills the brief, as it were, for that. And it's very extendable. So obviously if I just click on pan harmonics, and I have to scroll through my giant sine player down the bottom, obviously Achrome fits beautifully with the rest of the Fabrik series, and it's kind of like, you can be very with Transit, Radom and Sinoid, you can be very sort of less experimental and very musical, so you can use like traditional harmony, etc. When you throw Achrome in there, it's like this wild card and something a little bit different. And I was playing around with especially Transit, working those together, and the sounds it was creating like in harmony was absolutely brilliant. So it's just another fantastic entry into the Fabrik series, and it's not even about having an open mind. Like I say, it's a collection of sounds and you treat them as such, and you can fit them in anything you want to, really. So yeah, for avant-garde music, perfect, but for cinematic music and underscore, it's yeah, absolutely brilliant, and it's something different, and there's sounds you are not going to hear anywhere else. So really, my thoughts, I've covered a lot of them, but do I recommend it? Of course. I just love this Fabrik series that Orchestral Tools are coming out with, and it's just giving you like so many more advanced and diverse tools to score with, and I'm just over the moon with everything Orchestral Tools have done here. So there we go. But I am well aware it's one of those we call it like a Marmite library. You're going to love it because it will instantly resonate with you and think, wow, that is really interesting and that is different. Or if you sort of use more traditional harmony and you don't require sounds like this, it might not be your kind of library. And that is, what you need to decide when you're buying libraries. All that leaves me to say is thanks once again to Orchestral Tools for sending over a license for Achrome. And yeah, you can tell I'm completely enamored with this library. If you like what you heard, feel free to leave a like and a comment on the video. Let us know what you like about the library and how you would use it. And then please subscribe to our channel. We have lots more content coming your way. And then check out our other videos on YouTube. Then head over to the Sampleist.com to see what is going on in the world of sample libraries. Until next time, have a great day and take care.